This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. So going to start the session. Okay. So here we Hello. Hello. Okay. So basically, today we are going to discuss about Gurpreet Singh Syllabus Network Introduction, and we are going to take us through the today's session, which is Future of Design with 3D Experience SolidWorks. Then we will also announce the result of today's design contest. Okay. So key takeaways from today's session are design skills, future of design with SolidWorks, 3D Experience SolidWorks, and we will discuss about Gurpreet Singh Syllabus Network. So I am Amrit. Uh, I was working with design engineer at Uber Engineers Private Limited, Jodhpur. I am currently a mechanical engineering student. I am Jodhpur SolidWorks User Group Network. I am also a SolidWorks champion member of from Jodhpur, and I am certified SolidWorks expert. My area of interest is basically CAD designing and automobile. Today we are here on behalf of Jodhpur SolidWorks User Group Network. So this is our logo, which was designed by our member Pranab Gurpreet, and we selected this logo last time only. So what is the mission of Gurpreet SolidWorks? Our mission is connect with all the members who are using SolidWorks in Jodhpur area. We meet regularly. Basically, we meet quarterly. Now we are trying to pick up monthly. So we meet here. We discuss new things, what is happening in SolidWorks. We learn from each other and do other activity like today we announced the design contest and we all participated in that. Okay. So Solid is everywhere. We have around 295 groups, 20K plus members worldwide. We organize hundreds of events every year and many free trainings are also here. Okay. Now I will present the today's presenter. He is Mr. Gurpreet Singh sir. He is working as industry consultant senior manager at 3D Experience Works and Control System itself. He is working at this position from January 2020 to present. Before that, he was working as technical senior manager North India at Control System. Before that, he was working as territory technical manager at North and Central India at Control System from May 2018 to May March 2019. Before that, he was working as AE North and East India, State 3. Before that, he was working as manager technical competency at Reliance Software Technology. And before that, he was working as manager at Ketchup Technology. And initially, he was working as engineer at Protect Technology. So we all can see how much experience he have in this CAD area. So now I would like to hand over the mic and session to Gurpreet Singh sir.
Thank you so much, Amrit, for such a detailed introduction. Just wait for a moment. Let me just share my screen. So thank you, Amrit, for such a detailed introduction. And when you were discussing about my all my past experiences, I just went into a little nostalgia that I've been using SolidWorks since year 2001. In fact, 2001 I started using SolidWorks, and I used SolidWorks 1999 version. So it's been around more than 20 years using SolidWorks day in and night, and and I'm connected with the SolidWorks community since 2005 when I joined Renal Software Technologies as a technical competency manager. So there I was basically supporting the channel partners across North India for SolidWorks products, and since then I'm connected with the SolidWorks community. So without any ado, gentlemen, let me just go through the agenda for today. So what I'm going to cover. So today we are going to talk about what is next. Okay, so what is the future of design? So we'll talk something about the difference between a product and what is a platform. And to be honest, in our personal lives, all of us have adopted some sort of a platform, knowingly or unknowingly. So then we'll talk about the traditional versus future working environment, how the things are going to change in near future, and how a lot of people are taking advantage of a platform-based approach to make their overall working much more easier and faster. Then we'll have a quick demonstration on 3D Experience SolidWorks, so which is something new and something really catching up in the industry globally. And then we'll have an open session for Q&A, and we'll quickly summarize the session. So let's talk a little bit about the product versus platform. So when I talk about products, if I go back around 15 years back, or maybe 10 to 15 years back, we all have been using a lot of different physical products. For an example, for making a call, we used to use Nokia as one of the most prominent product at that time in market. I believe I have used 3310 model of Nokia, and I can see a lot of young people here. I don't know that how many of you could relate to it, that 3310 model of Nokia, but the purpose was just to make a call and probably sending an SMS, or at the max playing that snake game on the Nokia phone. And then for messaging, so we used to have BlackBerry, BBM Messenger. So nowadays it's WhatsApp, but those days it was BBM as a messenger to be used for making short messages easily and in an encrypted way. And then comes for listening to music, we used to have a transistor, or probably a music system, or maybe a Walkman. And then comes the age of iPods. Okay, and then for clicking pictures, we always had to have a camera, or probably for scanning, we used to have a physical device. But my question to all of you is, do we need separate physical products in today's scenario? Well, I think your answer will be no. So now all these different products that used to exist physically around 15 years back, now all of them are available as an application on the platforms like iOS or Android. So iOS and Android are platforms that we are using in our personal lives. And if you take an example of your phone, on your phone, for making the call, listening to music, taking a picture, doing the scanning, what do you have? You just have an app which is available that you can either download it or load it for free, or maybe you can pay the subscription for the same. So similarly, our design tools are also changing. We are moving towards a platform-based approach. So wherein design software application is just an app which is available on the platform. So there are so many things we can do with the platform-based approach. So let's go and see that what products are being used in today's scenario when we talk about design. So for doing any sort of a concept design, we probably use some concept designing applications. It could be any software application. A lot of you use SolidWorks also for the same, but sometimes you use some different applications. And for managing our data or assigning tasks to the team, we probably use create a Gantt chart in Excel or maybe in Microsoft Project, or probably send an email or a message to a colleague to get certain tasks done. And for managing our data, either we store in a local machine or on a server, or maybe some, if we are little exposed to cloud, we may have some sort of a cloud space where we probably save our data. And then comes detailed designing. For that, we might use some 2D CAD application, or for 3D design, we use SolidWorks. For product testing, we probably use some testing facility, then sharing the results with the different departments. We probably email them, WhatsApp them, or take a printout and then share the results with the respective teams. And then for visualization, we might use some other tools. So my question over here is, we probably use a mix of digital and analog, or maybe a physical form of you can say products to do these activities. But all of these deliverables are disconnected from each other. So where we have a lot of challenges. So based on one of the surveys done by Aberdeen Group across the globe, they came to a conclusion. They did a survey with a lot of engineers, engineering managers, designers, analysts, people in the manufacturing shop floor as well. So there are some operational challenges that we were able to dig out. And those were, if you see the image on the right hand side, which is taken from one of the surveys, similar surveys conducted recently. So an engineer or the manager or a team lead spends around 5.8 hours per week, which is around 15% of his work week, in merging the review feedbacks from multiple people. Then around 5.5 hours per week are spent on executing a design review with a peer or a colleague. And then 6.2 hours in executing design changes with the suppliers, which means a lot of time we are spending as designers, analysts, or team leads or managers in doing a lot of non-productive activities, where all these hours, even if we are spending a minute in all these activities, this is something which is out of our overall design, you can say time, which we are spending over here. So let us understand that how we can change with a platform-based approach. So the typical operational challenge is the design data format incompatibility among tools is one of the biggest challenges. If we are using some application for concept design and then some other application for the 3D CAD, okay, so for an example, I'm using some Google SketchUp or maybe some other tool for concept design, and then for SolidWorks for the detailed design, then probably there is a design data format which is maybe incompatible, or maybe I have to import, export, and spend a lot of time in correcting those surfaces those I import over here, or maybe from Rhino I'm taking the data. So there is a sort of a design data format incompatibility between the tools. Then time is basically one of the costs which we are spending a lot on the non-value added tasks. Then time on information is also spent for that we want to collect from peers and suppliers. Then physical presence and time spent on the design review is also one of the challenges. I would like to give you an example. As a manager, if I had to attend a conference, so I go out of Jodhpur, maybe I drive down or fly down to Delhi. In my absence, if I'm there in a conference for 3 days, who is approving all the designs in my absence? Maybe all those designs are stuck. Once I go back on next Monday morning, only then people will be able to get their designs approved. So, which is a limitation in the current process, and physical presence of a person is actually required for doing any design review. And then multiple final documents are in circulation. So this is something we have been facing for so many years. So maybe if I'm not using a digitally connected system which should have some data management and PLM capabilities, then what I end up in getting is I have maybe a latest version of file, the latest version of file, the latest final, the latest final version, and so many versions are available that I do not know which is the latest version. So I hope all of you agree with me on this. So now let's move a little forward, okay? So what approach we have been using today, it basically ends up in creating a disconnected product and information, and which yield a very, very inefficient work environment. So let us understand how platform as a centerpiece in the complete design ecosystem or a manufacturing ecosystem can help you solve all these challenges, where we have task management and data management tools available so that managers, team leads, and designers can access the same on any device, anytime, and anywhere. Yes, you got it right. So I can assign tasks to my team and I can monitor what they are doing even if I'm sitting in a conference. I need not to physically present here. If I want to review the design done by my team, even if I am chilling on a Goa beach, I can still do a detailed design review of drawings, of assemblies. That assembly could be as big as a 5,000 part, 10,000 part assembly. I will be able to do a design review on any device and any time. Then we do have a concept design tool available powered by the subdivisional modeling capabilities on the browser. So which means I do not need to rely on any other concept designing or a surfacing application. I have a subdivisional modeling tool which is very, very effective, which can be accessed through a browser itself, which means you need not to do any installation. So once you have done, you have created a very, very nice shape of your product and you have created a concept, you have did a review with your team, then you can take that into your traditional SolidWorks. You can start your detailed design over there. We do have a parametric design tool available in the browser. So in case you are traveling, still you do not have access to your SolidWorks license, which is there in your office machine. You can quickly open your laptop or iPad or Android tab, and you can just start working on the design within the browser itself. And then whatever you have created in the browser, then you can take it inside SolidWorks and then you can use it in your assemblies and all. Then for simulation also, we do have the tools available where you can do your linear static analysis, motion simulation, using a workstation, and then you can create the final marketing rendering or visualization as a final output, and you can deliver it back to your team. So this is a complete portfolio that we have, which is digitally connected, and with the power of 3DEXPERIENCE platform, we can actually make the entire enterprise get connected and use all the collaborative applications available on the platform with much more ease. So let's move a little further. So what we end up in doing is we end up in creating the products in a unified platform, which results in an overall collaborative working environment. So if you go back two or three slides back, so what I discussed was a traditional way of working and how the platform can actually change everything and can give you a really collaborative working environment. And I'm going to demonstrate that today for you. So let's understand a few benefits of 3DEXPERIENCE SolidWorks over here. So all our data is going to be secure. So when I say whatever data I create a part, I create a sheet metal part, weldment part, mold design, anything I do. So at the end, you are using your traditional SolidWorks, the software that you love. You are going to use that for your main CAD as a main CAD application. But whatever data you create is going to be saved on the cloud. And here cloud is powered by the 3D Experience platform. So where all your data is going to be secure and all your data goes through a PLM lifecycle. So which means there's a PLM tool powered by the Innovia brand of Dassault systems built in within 3D Experience SolidWorks. So which will help you to collaboratively create your design and help you to organize your data. Then you have powerful tools available. You have best of the class, the tool that you all love, which is SolidWorks, which you can keep on using it. And you can create a fantastic 3D models, photorealistic renderings using Visualize, and then you can do SPA simulation as well. And apart from this, you have this flexibility to use parametric CAD and subdivisional modeling on the browser using some of our apps which are available on as a part of the overall offering. So I will take you through all this in detail. So the first thing I would like to talk about on 3D Experience SolidWorks is typically how the installation is done in desktop SolidWorks. So we need to have a serial number. We download an installer. We start the installation, and then I put the serial number and do the installation. But here, all the installation is done in a very silent way and directly from the platform itself. So you log into your browser, go to your platform, go to your compass, just click a button of 3D Experience SolidWorks connected app. So it is going to install the application in your local machine very easily. So overall deployment is easier, and you're always SolidWorks is always going to be on the latest version, because every quarter there is a new update happens on the platform, and our R&D team is working really hard to add more and more functionalities to our platform-based products. And every quarter you will get a lot of updates in your software applications, and all those updates are very silently done, which means IT team is the biggest beneficiary over here. And there are any critical fixes are automatically pushed to the platform. Okay, so which means in case of any any critical fixes, any SP service pack, those are automatically get deployed. So there's no admin image required or network deployments to be done, and you can integrate. We have an integrated secure cloud backup and storage system as part of the overall package over here. So with this, let me just move little forward, and since all of you are designers and I'm just showing few PPT slides, let's go in action and see that how this SolidWorks 3D Experience SolidWorks is going to change the way we design. So for that, what I have done is today I have taken an example of one of our esteemed customers called Biodap. So what this Biodap does, Biodap is founded, one of the main founders of Biodap, and one of the key innovators over here is Mike. So Mike always very adventure sports enthusiast, and during one of his key events, so he got a very severe leg injury, and eventually doctors have to amputate his leg below the knee. So, but since he was very positive in his overlook and our approach, so he decided to work on some smart prosthetics for the lower limbs. So he get on with his friends and colleagues and a team of designers, and he's also a designer himself. So they built something called one of their smart prosthetics called MotoKnee. So wherein this MotoKnee help any amputated athlete to go back to the field and do their all the extreme sports, which means even if an enthusiast, an athlete has their legs amputated, so they have a solution, BioDAP has a solution, so wherein using their smart prosthetics, they can go back and they can do either motorbiking or skiing or any other extreme sports. So it's a very, very inspirational story. You can also go to YouTube and you can also check out what BioDAP is into. And it's a really eye-opening and a very, very positive, a story with a very, very positive attitude. So I request all of you to go back to your homes and probably whenever you get free time, do search for BioDAP on YouTube. So let me just take a step back and let me go through a scenario where let us see that a company like BioDAP, how they can use the platform and they can actually make a really, really digitally connected environment within their organization to work on a project that they have recently received from their customers. So let's understand that how a project manager or a design manager in BioDAP is going to use the platform applications to start their job. So as a platform manager, as a project manager, I have logged into the platform. I can open the platform on my any mobile device. It could be an iPad, it could be an Android tab, or it could be my laptop as well. So I have access to a design manager dashboard over here. So as a design manager, I'm able to see a lot of inputs that I generally want from different departments. So in this case, it could be a sales number, how our products are doing across the past few years. So generally we have all this information in the terms of Excel files or maybe PPTs, but it can be a very, very interactive way to get all these input in a much interactive way. So there are a lot of, we can say, applications and widgets available with which we can create such an input as a part of the dashboard. So over here, if you see, all these charts are driven by an Excel document, and that Excel document can be given to different teams. What their job is to just to update the Excel, and as a manager, I will have this information always available to me. So something like a vendor and purchase information I want to have, so I can actually see that what all is going in terms of the overall spendings we are doing on different vendors, or maybe on the raw material, and maybe on the regulatory compliance. So the point is, this is just a sample dashboard I've shown you. Maybe as a design lead, you can take input from your design team on the project, on what are tasks they are doing, on how much spending is done on specific areas. Any information you want to have from your team, you can have it in terms of these nicely built dashboards. Apart from this, I do want to know what is happening in the industry. So maybe my area of concern, or I want any news on the solar industry should be there on my dashboard as and when it is released across the globe. If anything is there on MSMEs, I should be aware of that. If anything is there on the stock market or electronics industry, it should be there on my dashboard. So I have set it up in such a way that any news that happens in any of these fields are available on my dashboard as and when it happens. So I can create these dashboards for a regional specific news or for the global news as well. So any article published on the World Wide Web will be available on my dashboards. Isn't it interesting? Imagine if as a manager, you are working on a specific project or a product, and you want to know anyone in the world, if they are working on a similar technology, similar product, or any news about anything new coming in that particular technology or product, you need to have that information as and when it is released on the World Wide Web. I think it adds a lot of value to their overall way of working. So then comes something like communities. Okay, so I believe all of you must be using WhatsApp, or Telegram or any other messaging app in your professional environment as well. These days, all offices has groups on WhatsApp or maybe Telegram channels. Okay, and we do have groups based on teams, projects, or departments, and then sometimes we create one more group where we don't add our bosses. Okay, so instead of putting all that professional information inside these applications, what we have is something called communities. So wherein on the platform we can build communities, we can start exchanging information. You can add a post, you can add any media. Media could be a 3D document, it could be an image or a video. So the way it is structured is something similar to the social platforms we use day in and out. So it is something similar to the Facebooks or Instagrams or the LinkedIn's that you have in your personal life. It can act as a social platform for your professional organization over here. So here, if you see, there's a post added by the design manager, and he has actually mentioned there are some challenges that probably on which we need to work. So we are working on this motor knee assembly, and where we need to actually validate the range of motion between the pin, because the testing team believes that it is not working to its full capacity, and there is a challenge in the lower bracket as well. So where probably we need to see that there is a lot of deflection happening in the pin in the lower bracket, and probably we need to incorporate that pin into the bracket itself. So the point is we need to do a redesigning of the lower bracket over here. So now manager has also assigned this job to Gurpreet engineer. Okay, so see, the way we do tagging in our social platforms, you can do the tagging in the communities as well. Not only this, you can do a lot of things over here. So you can ask your team to put ideas, and then you can take those ideas through an ideation pipeline as well. So as a manager, now I'm able to understand that there is something that probably we need to do. So I'm creating a task for my team member, and using the task management app, if you see on my mobile device itself, I'm able to create a task. I can put the detail of the task over here. I can set the priority. Okay, and then I can also define any planned start date or planned end date if required. And something which is important, if you are assigning any task to your team member by email, by WhatsApp, or by any other task creation tools, you cannot actually attach an engineering document. And that engineering document could be an assembly, sub-assembly, or an analysis result, or it could be a drawing. You cannot attach in such a way that whenever he accesses that attachment, it should always be in the latest version. So this is something which is very, very unique to the platform. So here I have my bookmark editor, and I have already saved this Botoni as in my bookmark folder, and I've just dragged and dropped and put it in the attachment. And then I'm going to assign it to the engineer who I want to work on this particular task. So similarly, I can create tasks. So it shows you a complete Kanban view style of view. So there are different ways I can view it. I can view it based on the status, based on the maturity, and based on the due date as well. So any task to be done today, tomorrow, it will show you over there, and anything which is overdue will also be highlighted over here in the overdue area. So that a manager, wherever he is, every night he need not to call his employees to find out whether they have done the specific activity or not. So he just needs to open his platform, and he will be able to know that these critical tasks, are these completed or not, or probably he can also see up to what percentage those are completed, what are the communications sent by specific engineer or specific team member. So all those communications can be done and captured over here in a very, very systematic way. So let's move a little further. So we have created a project plan. And now let me just dwell a little deeper into the actual design area. So where I'm going to concentrate on majorly three areas. One is my modeling and documentation. So where we are going to change this set of lower bracket and pin, and we will try to incorporate that pin, you can say, holder into this lower bracket itself. Then we are going to work on the assembly and its validation. And then we are going to work on the overall platform interoperability. So where I'm going to use my browser-based parametric tool and my browser-based subdivisional modeling tool apps to work on some of the parts, and then we'll see that how we can integrate it with our SolidWorks itself. So let's see, as a designer, I log in into my platform and I check the notification. So when I see my notification, I can see that I have there is some communication happening between my manager and me, and then I have certain tasks those are assigned to me. So all that information is available over here in the notification area. And on my dashboard, if you see, I have some applications available. Those are placed in a very strategic manner. Okay, so I have a 3D search, I have the community also available. So I can go through all the posts, those are being recently added by different team members. So isn't it like some social platforms we are using? So it is actually like something we are using in our personal life. So let's try to use something similar, set up it on in our professional life as well. So here, so there are certain tasks assigned to me. So probably I will start working on those tasks. So I can go to the details of the same, and then I can start actually working on it. So now when I go to the SolidWorks, okay, so in this case, if you see, it could be my traditional SolidWorks that you have been using for past so many years. We can connect that to the platform as well, or you use SolidWorks Connected. It is both the options are same. So if you are already a SolidWorks user and you are using SolidWorks, you can connect your existing SolidWorks to the platform the way I'm doing it over here, or you can use 3DEXPERIENCE SolidWorks. So 3DEXPERIENCE SolidWorks contains an application called SolidWorks Connected. So this is same old SolidWorks that you have, but with lot of added advantages. Okay, so let's move further and let us understand that how the connected SolidWorks helps me to work on specific areas. So all these tasks, those are available to me in the browser. Now you can see all those tasks in the integrated application itself. So the tasks are available over here. So I can simply go ahead and open the attachment. So which means I need not to search the data. I need not to struggle which was the latest version that should have been used, or I need not to worry that where that data is. Maybe my colleague is out of office, I'm not able to access his machine, and the latest version is available on his machine. So I do not need to struggle with all those challenges that we generally face in and out, because all my data is going to reside on the 3DEXPERIENCE platform, and that platform has a single source of truth. So what data I'm taking from the platform is the final version of truth itself. So now I have opened the data in SolidWorks, and now I will basically start building the let me just go a little back, and probably there are a couple of things we need to see. Yeah. So once I open the data in SolidWorks over here, so using the collaborative task application, so I can go to my session, and in the my session, if you see on the right hand side, all the data is available over here, and you can see the status that all the data is actually the local version in my cache, and the final version in the platform is the same. Then there's a revision assigned, and there's a maturity state defined, and there are so many other you can say information that you can take it from here. So which means here I'm actually using the Innovia PLM tool connected within the SolidWorks environment. So all these are the Innovia powered PDM and data management capabilities. Those are available to all our SolidWorks users when you connect to the 3D Experience platform. So now let's start working on the bracket area. So probably we'll, as you know, that we have to now start working on a new bracket, so where we can integrate the pin. So 3D Experience SolidWorks is the same SolidWorks you have been using. It has same set of tools available. You can do your part assembly drawing in the same way, the way you have been doing. We are using the whole creation tools, and then the same sort of sketch tools we are using. So point is everything is same. So we are using 3D interconnect over here, and then after I done with my basic CAD design, probably I will use the drawing application to create the first level of drafting over here. So once we are done, I'm able to generate all the model items as well. So all my model items. So I'm not going to concentrate on the CAD portion, because you all are a veteran in doing that. I believe you are using CAD for past so many years. So something which is important, especially from the platform perspective, my only emphasis will be in those areas. So now imagine if I have to search something that I have created earlier. So I need not to search that in which local machine it is saved, or in which map drive I have that data. So what I'm doing is I'm simply doing a search on the platform. So all my data is saved on the cloud. So I'm able to search that information in a breeze, and then I can just open and reuse that information. So maybe this whole location and the slot I would like to reuse, so that I have the enough clearances available to support my hydraulic mechanism. So I can just simply drag and drop and then put it over here. So the point I wanted to show you was that data searching is a very easy tool, a set of tools available inside the platform. So now my drawing is complete, and this drawing file is not saved to the platform earlier. So let me just go ahead and save it to the platform, because this is for the first time I'm saving a drawing to the platform. So I'm just saving the drawing. So once I save the drawing, the immediate child part is automatically get attached to it. And then I can also define that whether I want to keep the ownership of the drawing, or I want to release the ownership once I save the drawing. So I have saved this drawing to the platform. So let's move a little further. So what we have seen till now is how easily I'm able to create the bracket, which is all credits goes to our SolidWorks that we have been using for past so many years. But something additional I would like to emphasize over here is now this SolidWorks is organically connected to the 3D Experience platform, which means whenever I save my data, I'll not save it locally. All the data goes to the platform. And once the data goes to the platform, it goes through a PLM life cycle, because the Innovia PLM system is built in within the 3D Experience platform. So any data that goes to platform goes through the PLM life cycle. So we have this intuitive design tools and the intelligent modeling capabilities that you have been using for past so many years. So now let's get back to the assembly area. So we probably will just drag and drop and create this nice assembly. All of you have been doing it for past so many years. And yeah, so now we will drag and drop, and probably some fasteners we need to add. So we can search the fasteners, we can see the results. There are so many sizes of fasteners available, and then we can search for a specific size as well, and it will basically show us that what all options I have available for the sizes available over here. Apart from this, I would have also used Toolbox, okay, because Toolbox is also something which is integrated as a part of the platform itself, and I can also search the data from within the toolbox, that if you have been using toolbox in your day-to-day activities. So now let us understand and go and check the overall range of motion. So when I try to check the motion of this mechanism, so I would probably like to use the move command and use the physical, you can say, collision detection tool. Okay, so you have been using this collision detection earlier also, and I came now able to know that since these two parts are colliding with each other when I'm trying to move, so this is the reason I was not able to get the complete range of motion. So now I have made some changes in the design so that I have the complete range of motion available. So now I have done a lot of changes. I have done the change by creating a new bracket. Okay, and then I have also made some changes in the top portion of the range of motion area as well. So now I probably what I just need to do is only open the drawing and probably update it. But here, if you see something interesting, okay, this is where the data management is going to work. So all these parts and the main assembly are currently in the release state. If something is in the release state, the system won't allow me to just do a save. Okay, so if something is already in the release state, probably I need to create a new revision. So system will only accept if I create a new revision for all the parts those have been changed. So here are parts those are not saved, so probably I end up in creating a new revision for these parts, and I can add a revision comment that new lower bracket is added and the clash is removed. Okay, so this is a comment. So now if you see once we save it, so all these files those have been undergone a change now are in revision B.1. So probably I will just stop at the moment over here, and you can see. So these few documents are changed, and all documents are now in the latest revision. So, and all the unchanged documents are in A.1 revision, and all the new documents are, all the changed documents are in B1 revision. So something why I'm emphasizing over here is because this is something which adds a lot of value when you are actually managing a lot of changes in design. And what we do when we are not using a data management system, we end up in duplicating our data, and then at the end of the day, we also do not know which is the latest version. But with the Power Up platform, we are sure that we will always get the latest version of the drawings available with us. So let's move forward. Okay, so what we have done is we have did a little deep insight into overall assembly. We have checked the collision detection. We have changed the design so that the collision should not happen. And then what we end up in getting is there are a lot of changes done to various released parts and drawings. And then we have created a new revision for all those parts and drawings. So this was something that I have wanted to show you as a very basic workflow, but we do have a process-based change management and change process as part of the 3D experience offering as well. So wherein you can create an issue, that issue goes for an approval. Once that issue is approved, you can generate a change action out of it, and then that change action drives all your changes. So if you want a very, very process-based change management, yes, we do have that available as well. So then let's move forward and let's go to the manager. Okay. So over here, if you see, the manager is able to see that the redesigning of the pin is completed. The validation of the range of motion task is also completed, which means the designer has completed a task and the manager is now able to see that, yes, these two tasks are completed. So it is shown in his dashboard in real time. Okay. So which means manager need not to spend unproductive time and calling everybody to check that what happened to that drawing, what happened to that design, what happened to that update. I believe a lot of you might be doing this managerial job or probably doing the as a part of the team leader. You have to spend a lot of time in collating that information. But here, everything is available in real time to you. So no matter if you are in office or you are working from home or you are traveling, you have that updated information always available with you. Right now, what I'm showing you from the manager perspective is on an iPad. It could be an Android tab. It could be your phone also. So what I just need a browser and an internet connection to connect to the platform. So let's move a little further. So now, once a manager checks his notification, so engineer has sent some message to him in one of the tasks. Okay, so where engineer was trying to locate one component that he has to assemble to complete the assembly, but he's not able to find, and that is probably the link part. So manager says, okay, fine, I will create it and share it with you. But now the challenge is manager is currently traveling for a conference. He do not have access to his license of SolidWorks. He's not carrying his laptop. He do not have access to a workstation. So what do he do? Maybe he has to wait for another week or so to carry out all these tasks, or he has some other things also available in his kitty. So let us understand that. So manager has access to a browser-based parametric tool called application called XDesign. So he can just log into the browser and he can start creating. He's created a new part and he just start modeling it. This end up in creating a rectangle, a circle, all the required sketching capabilities, modeling capabilities. Something which is very important to notice over here is even on a touch device, I'm able to create it without even using a stylus. So if you have a stylus, it's great. But even if you don't have that, so on any touch device, you can use this application very, very effectively. And XDesign comes with a single modeling interface, so which means in the same interface, you create your part and you create your assembly. It is a great tool for concept designing. So where I need not to understand the overall structure, assembly structure of a product on which I'm working. I can just start building features and I can grab a bunch of features and make that as a component. So it's a very, very flexible tool to use. And you can see here I'm end up in creating at least the base feature, and then I'm quickly creating the rest of the features those are required for this pin to be created. So I can use the mirror tool. Apart from this, we do have a great capability of design guidance. So design guidance actually helps me to do generative design. It probably you can say it's a step one of generative design, where I can define the boundary conditions, I can define the loads, and then I define that either I need to redesign an existing geometry or I want to design something from scratch. So the system is going to give me the shape that is going to adhere to those boundary conditions and loads. So where I will get a mesh, and then I can take that mesh and I can then take it as a reference and start building my part on top of it. So we have great set of capabilities available, and something that I would like to again re-emphasize, data management is the key of any application that we use on 3DEXPERIENCE platform. So all these applications that I'm talking about are completely connected with the data management. So once I've created my link, I will go back to the task and I will just attach that link to the task itself, so that as a manager, I have created this part, and now my designer will be able to access it, and he need not to search the data. And then I'm also adding the same assembly in which this link needs to be added. And then instead of sending him a WhatsApp or a message or an email, I'm sending him a message in the as a comment itself. So isn't it interesting? So see, we are blocking the barriers, or we are devastating all the communication barriers that we have, and we are end up in creating a very collaborative environment where design, data management, advanced simulation, collaboration, everything comes as a single package. So let's move further because I have so many things to cover today, and I think I'm overshooting my time also. Okay, so I'm just going to go to the SolidWorks, and I'm able to access the tasks those were assigned to me, and I will move the task from to-do state to in-work state, and then I have access to the link and the foot assembly over here as well. So as I earlier did, I will just open this assembly. So imagine this assembly is done in SolidWorks. And now this part is created in X design. So I'm seamlessly able to open this part. Now I can use this part and drag and drop, and I can make it as part of my assembly over here. And then I'm able to just simply mirror it to add it on the other side also. So imagine how easy it is to, even something that you have created on a browser-based application, you still are able to use it over here. So next, I will save all the data to the platform back. And since these two parts are not reserved, I need to reserve these parts to make changes. So which means even accidentally, if I have reserved something, anyone else won't be able to overwrite it. Because if I have the right access, anyone else who opens it, he or she will know that this particular part is locked by Gurpreet, and he is currently making some changes on the same. So this data management is basically the underlying principle of the future of design, I would say. So now we'll go back to the task and we'll make that task complete. So now, can you imagine the same SolidWorks assembly that we have done inside SolidWorks? The same assembly, foot assembly. So now I'm able to open this assembly in another browser-based application, which is called XShape. So now, in XShape is a subdivisional modeling application, which helps me to create complex shapes with ease. So where it gives me the power of subdivisional modeling. So any subdivisional modeling has surfacing capabilities. The X design has surfacing capabilities, and I can switch between the applications as well. So now it gives me an option to define a specific primitive. So I'm defining a box primitive, and then I'm just trying to give a little tweak to the overall shape of the box. Then I'm going to assign symmetry over here, and then I would like to make some of the edges as sharp edges, and then I will start pushing and pulling some of the vertices. See how easily I'm able to create a shape by just defining a curve on the screen and see how easy it is to handle a complex shape with such an ease using this X shape application. So this is not just an application for creating aesthetic designs, but we can also check the complete manufacturability as well. So where we have the draft analysis. So we believe that this type of component will be either done through injection molding or some similar process. So probably draft analysis is something that we want to see, that how we are able to capture the overall manufacturability. So it shows that certain areas which are those needs draft. Okay, so I can quickly go ahead and make the modification in the shape by just adjusting one of the edges, and I'm able to achieve the required draft as well. And then I can simply go ahead and do the shell, and then what I end up in getting is a complete watertight solid body. So now I can take this assembly inside SolidWorks, and then I can do my detailed engineering over here. And imagine if I make any changes to this subdivisional body inside XShape, so those changes will be incorporated to my final product that I've created inside SolidWorks as well. So there is a complete associativity that I can see. So as a manager, I probably log in into my browser, and then I just want to just review the design which is created by the designer over here. So probably I will go here and I want to make some changes. So imagine I need not to move to a workstation. So this application is also touch enabled and I can start using it in my mobile device as well. So probably I will just try to modify the base subdivisional body where I will select bunch of these vertices and then I'll try to grab them and then probably try to relocate them to give me the actual required shape. So the point over here is even any sort of a modification, if required, can be done if I'm using any of my mobile devices as well. So which means there is a lot of flexibility that it adds to the designers, to engineers, to managers, to team leaders, and also to the management as well. So what we have seen just now is, especially on the platform interoperability, where we are able to create these link part, which is shown in the blue, and the cover of the foot, which is shown in the black, through browser-based applications. And then from those browser-based applications, we have taken the data and we have used it inside SolidWorks, and then we can just keep on building my rest of the tools. So we have the subdivisional modeling, which is one of the biggest requirement of the SolidWorks customers till date. So that is being fulfilled, and we have a completely integrated product line which is available. And not only this, we do have a lot of tools available from different brands of Dassault systems. Those include the tools from Simulia brands, which means the entire high-end simulation tools on the Simulia applications are now available for SolidWorks customers. So if you want to have a very high non-linear simulation, maybe explicit simulation, something like a crash test you need to do, yes, we do have the tools available. We do have the technologies available. We do have tools from Simulia on structure analysis, on CFD analysis, and on electromagnetic simulation as well. Then comes the Nova brand's other applications like Project Planner is available that you can add on to 3DEXPERIENCE SolidWorks to create project plans. Then we do have some project management tool available. We do have the CAM tools available from Delmia and various other tools available to from different brands of Dassault systems to add a lot of value to your overall manufacturing and design life cycle. So the point is, we have more than 300 applications available on the platform, out of which we have tweaked more than 90 applications for SolidWorks users. So we have, till now, we have the biggest portfolio available on for SolidWorks users. So no matter what challenges you have in your design and manufacturing, we will have a solution to address the same. So not only this, so we do have if you have 3DEXPERIENCE SolidWorks product line, we do have our Visualize Professional connected to the platform. So where you can use Visualize to create professional presentations, you can use the same to create 2D renderings, you can use it to create a 3D animations, interactive content, and VR content as well. So probably I will like to take you through a quick can say glimpse on some of the interactive content that probably we have created using Visualize connected application. So where even Visualize takes all the data from single source of truth, and then you use this data, you create your renderings, and all your assets will be saved on in a secure repository on the cloud. Not only this, you can also create animations. So it's a complete set of applications available from concept design to detailed design to final marketing and rendering output to manufacturing outputs. And then you also have the power of data management and collaboration capabilities. So let me talk a little bit about the overall portfolio that we have. So we have the design roles in a hybrid fashion as well as on cloud applications. So when I say hybrid, I'm talking about SolidWorks connected application, which is 3D Experience SolidWorks, and then SolidWorks connector. So wherein even if you are using desktop SolidWorks that you have been using for past so many years, we can give you a connector which will help you to manage all your data on 3D Experience platform. We do have applications available for draft site where all your 2D data will also be available on the platform. Then we do have, but here in this case, the CAD application will be installed on certified workstation that you have been doing till now. Even the SolidWorks connected application that I've shown you today, that is also installed on the certified workstation. But when we come to the on-cloud design role, so we do have a that offering as well. So wherein we have XDesign, XShape, we have tools for XMold for doing mold designing, we have sheet metal, XFrame, and for documentation creation also we have the tools available. So where all these are browser-based applications. Then we do have our complete set of Innovia applications for data management. So although the basic data management is built in all the design roles, then we do have some specialized applications for project planning, for working on the product structure, for doing engineering release, for generating the bill of material, for generating MBOM. We have specialized tools available from Innovia brand. Then for manufacturing, we do have a lot of applications available with us. From Simulia also, we have one of the best portfolio on the simulation available with us on structural, CFD, and on electromagnetic. Apart from this, everything is powered by the governance and lifecycle, which is the base roles. So wherein you need to have the collaboration and the governance capabilities in order to use any of the roles. So then let's come to the overall value. So when I talk about 3D Experience SolidWorks, we are not giving just the CAD application to the customer. However, the CAD application is the same CAD that you have been using for past. What we have done is we have given a new avatar to our traditional SolidWorks, and we came up with the collaboration and data management capabilities on the 3D Experience platform, where all your data is secure, all your intellectual property is secure, and you get all the basic PLM capabilities. Then we have powerful set of applications that includes SolidWorks. It includes design for parametric designing. We do have dashboard applications, communities, lifecycle applications. Then we have XShape, we have Visualize, and then we do have the simulation capabilities as well. So here I'm talking about the linear, static, and motion simulation that we generally do in our SolidWorks Premium. So all those capabilities are also available over here. So with the powerful apps and then the cloud hosting, which means for managing your data, you are not going to invest even a single rupee on purchasing the infrastructure. Infrastructure could be your file servers, your data servers, any set of applications to be deployed on the data server, and any networking to be done. You do not need to have a dedicated person to manage your servers and all. So, and cloud helps you to get your data anytime on any device, and with a pay-per-use model. So all this offering is available as a quarterly purchase plan and as a yearly purchase plan. And apart from this, we are following ISO 27002 security, which is the highest security standard followed in the aerospace and defense industry. So it is the same 3D Experience platform which is being used by the world-renowned automotive and aerospace and defense manufacturers. The same platform is now available to our SolidWorks customers as well. So quickly talk about the product mix. So we have 3DEXPERIENCE SolidWorks Standard, Professional, Premium. So in Standard, what you get is the SolidWorks Standard capabilities along with collaboration and data management, and the 3D Creator role, which has X-Design application, which is our parametric designing on the browser. So in 3DEXPERIENCE SolidWorks Professional, you get SolidWorks Professional capabilities with our collaborative data management and platform capabilities. Along with that, X-Shape and X-Design both, where you have browser-based parametric modeling and browser-based subdivision modeling. Then comes 3DEXPERIENCE SolidWorks Premium. So where you have SolidWorks Premium capabilities, you have your data management and platform and collaboration capabilities. You have X-Design, X-Shape, and 3DEXPERIENCE Simulation Designer. 3DEXPERIENCE Simulation Designer contains linear static analysis powered by Cosmos, our earlier solver, and then motion simulation. Okay. On top of it, if you want, there are so many applications available from different brands of systems that you can choose. So I would use in our smartphones. What are the application I want to use? I can pick and choose, and then I can install or purchase, and then I can start using it. So in the future of design, the critical area on which we need to work is available as an app that you can just put, and if you want to use it for a project, you can buy it for a quarter. If you want to use it for a long term, you can buy it on the yearly basis, and you can start using and exploring the overall capabilities. So with this, let me just quickly do a little summary over here. I hope I have really overshot in the time. Sorry, gentlemen and ladies. So it comes with overall, like I say, help you to do your design on a collaborative platform. So where you can have a complete collaborative working environment where every team member is connected and every stakeholder is updated on the information he is supposed to have. So 3DEXPERIENCE SolidWorks is a bundle of product applications which are on the platform. So we have an integrated collaborative world which connects both SolidWorks and the cloud tools. So we have easy to use browser-based, cloud-based design data management powered by Innovia. We have browser-based parametric and subdivisional modeling tools. We have browser-based task, issue, and change management applications. We have a collaboration where you can actually create a collaborative environment, and you can have an enterprise-wide collaboration using the social tools we have. I have today shown you a little glimpse on communities. In communities, you do have something called conversations as well. I have not touched on that. In conversations, you can actually do a chat one-on-one within the organization. You can do an audio call, you can do a video call, and you can share your screen as well. You can do it one-on-one or to a group as well. Then it also enables the remote working. In case your teams are located in multiple locations, still everyone will have access to the same source of truth. You need not to keep on uploading your heavy data sets on some FTP site every time they have all zero or wrong versions. Apart from this, we do have success stories where people have successfully deployed the same platform to their vertical as well. Then mobility is the key capability over here. You can access your design anywhere, you can review it anywhere and in any time and on any device. So with this, gentlemen, I would like to just conclude today's session. So I hope I have not Ethan, your time. I know now. I think it's a time to declare the results of Model Mania, and probably you will have some gala time with your friends and colleagues over in Jodhpur. So it's me, Gurpreet Singh, signing off from Gurgaon. Thank you all.
Any queries from anyone?
Any questions, gentlemen?
No, sir. No questions. Have anyone?
Okay.
So I have one question basically. As all the members are from students only, so how can they get like SolidWorks connected and 3D experience
Okay.
SolidWorks?
So the 3D Experience SolidWorks is also part of our academia program as well. So probably you need to get in touch with your management and probably ask them to upgrade their existing licenses, or probably go for the platform-based licenses for your new term. And then in that case, you will also have access to the SolidWorks connected application. So the same portfolio which is available for commercial, it is available for academia also.
Okay, sir. I will consult with our department and HOD, sir, so they will get connected with SolidWorks.
Sure, sure.
Thank you, sir. Any query? No, sir. We are not having any query.
Okay, Amrit.
Thank you, sir.
So in case anything is there, you can just connect with me one-on-one.
Yes, sir. I will.
Thank you so much, Amrit. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.